Hello friends, this video on respiration in organisms part 18 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. On the other hand, when you look at respiration in case of other terrestrial animals, for example, maybe elephants, giraffes, lions, tigers, etc., even human beings, so they breathe in air because they live on land. So they try to utilize the oxygen which is present in the atmosphere, and atmosphere contains around 21% of oxygen. So that oxygen is utilized by terrestrial animals. Now, there are a huge variety of terrestrial animals, so therefore it is not like in human beings we saw that lungs are the specialized organs for respiration, but due to a huge variety of terrestrial animals, it is not necessary that all of them will have lungs. But yes, specialized organs for oxygen absorption are present in many animals. Like in human beings, that specialized organ is lung. But in a lot of animals, this respiration takes place through their body surface, which is also called the respiratory surface. If you take example of frogs, so in case of frogs, their body surface, their skin, that itself acts as a respiratory surface. So gaseous exchange takes place through their skin itself. So that ways it depends. So now we cannot discuss about all the terrestrial animals, but yes, we will take one or two of them just to see how respiration happens in them. So when you talk about respiration in terrestrial animals, you see the specialized organs, whichever organ it may be, whether it is the body surface or it is the lungs or it is the skin, whichever is that specialized organ for respiration, its main job is going to be absorption of oxygen. So that is going to be one of its important job. The next job would be exchange of gases, that is oxygen needs to be supplied to the blood vessels and carbon dioxide needs to be taken from the blood vessels and then expelled out of the body. So that is the next thing. Now in case of terrestrial animals, since they are going to take oxygen from the air which is present in their surroundings, therefore it is important that this specialized organ is in contact with the air of the surroundings, is in contact with air. Now why is it that? Why do we need that? Because if that organ is going to exchange it is going to exchange the gases with the air, so it is basically going to take oxygen from air. So somehow it needs to be in contact with air. Now let us take example of human beings. For us, do you think our lungs are in direct contact with the air in the surroundings? Yes, because if you see, our lungs are connected with trachea, which is a tube-like structure. And where does the trachea ends? The trachea ends at the pharynx and the pharynx end at our nostrils, and nostrils are open to air. So basically, our lungs are connected to the air through a tube system. So one end of the tube connects to the air in the surroundings, the other end of the tube connects to the specialized organ, that is the lungs. So these are the three important criteria which needs to be fulfilled for the specialized respiratory organ in any terrestrial animals. So let us take examples of few animals. For example, if you look at these simple animals, the unicellular ones like amoeba, paramecium or hydra. So these are very simple organisms, and in these organisms there are no specific respiratory organs. So how do you think respiration will take place? So in these organisms, respiration takes place through their body surface. So their body surface being in direct contact with air, they itself help in exchange of gases. They help in absorbing oxygen from the air. So that's how the body surface acts as the respiratory surface. In case of insects, you have a system of tubes, but that is called air tubes. So a system of air tubes inside their body, and those tubes actually help in exchange of air. So this is often known as the tracheal system. So tracheal is derived from the word trachea, because trachea is the term for the windpipe. So in insects you have this specialized tracheal system for respiration. If you talk about amphibians like frogs, so here they have lungs, so they do have lungs like we human beings have, but at the same time their skin also acts as a respiratory surface, because their skin also helps in exchange of gases. So lungs and skin, both of them together, help in respiration in case of amphibians. So amphibians are those which can live both in land and water. And finally, human beings. In human beings, we have lungs. So you see, in all of these, the main respiratory organ is always in direct contact with the air. So human beings, I already told. In each of these, amoeba, paramecium, hydra, it is their body surface. So of course, it is in direct contact with air. So in amphibians also, you see, the skin is in direct contact with air, and the lung is again in contact with air through a tube system. In insects, again, you have the tube system, because of which the tubes are present inside the body of the insect, and it is also in contact with the air. So that's how that's how respiration happens in various terrestrial animals. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more educational videos with a better experience. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you once again.